everybody, Monty here for Thrive Life, and today I just want to go over a couple of basic things about the Thrive freeze-dried foods. So first of all, most of you have already seen the video, Fresher Than Fresh, but if you haven't, one of the most important things with our produce is that it's picked when it's ripe, and it's the right color, it actually has flavor, it actually has nutrition. And if you talk to a botanist or a farmer that knows, they'll tell you that most of the nutrition, the nutrients, and the flavor goes into the plant those last couple of weeks right before it's harvested. And we pick it when it's ripe, and within a couple hours it's frozen, and it's flash frozen. And then we use a freeze dryer to vacuum out the moisture, and we seal it in the can so there's no air, there's no water, and that gives it a long shelf life. Traditional produce is picked, it's the wrong color. It's green, it's rock hard. It hasn't had that last couple of weeks of nutrition and flavor added to it. So they do that so that they can ship it long distances over several weeks, and right before it gets to the grocery store they spray it with a gas that changes the color and actually speeds up the aging process, and that's why when you get it home it goes bad pretty quickly. So what we're going to do for the rest of this video is just show you a couple of things. What do you do with how do you use it in cooking, sort of get you introduced to it, okay? So you go over to the shelf and grab something. Let's see, pulled pork. Let's go with shredded beef. Do the basics of how to cook with shredded beef. So for a guy that does a lot of exercise, a lot of training, I do 100-mile bicycle rides, and sometimes my training requires a zero carb or low carb intake. We're trying to do protein build up for muscles and stuff. So we're always looking for low carbs. And the thing I love about Thrive Meats, as you can see, carbs are 0 because there's one ingredient, beef, well, salt and beef. And the nice thing about this shredded beef is it's so delicious you can actually just eat it right out of the can. So basics for cooking shredded beef, you can eat it straight out of the can. You can also get some boiling water and just throw a couple pieces in there. And all you got to do is stir it. And I found that the shredded beef refreshes a lot faster than the pulled pork. Pulled pork does have a little more oil in it, naturally. It's just the way it is. And the beef will refresh really quickly. And if you do this tap test, I'm actually tapping to feel the texture. You feel that almost every piece of this shredded beef is already refreshed. There's one piece that's still hard right here. And if I want to eat now, I don't wait. I just go ahead and cut that in half. Just push down on it, and it'll just break right up. There we go. And that beef is ready to eat. So I'm pouring off some of the liquid for soup base. And we'll just slide this around in the pan. But less than 2 minutes, that stuff is ready to eat. So that shredded beef is ready to eat. Now you can cook all kinds of different recipes. One of the funnest things I did was the pulled beef sliders. I'll put the video in the description. It's one of the funnest ways to use the shredded beef in a single serve magic. Here's one of the other uses for Thrive Life shredded beef. When you've got some leftover, we just did a chicken curry and we have some sauce left over. And so what I'm going to do is just take the shredded beef and put that in the bottom of this container, a food storage container. And then I'm going to pour the curry sauce in, and it will rehydrate with the curry sauce. And then the leftover potatoes and a little bit of chicken I'll just put right on top. This leftover curry sauce is going to refresh the shredded beef, and so now we have a shredded beef curry, and it will marinate in this overnight. We'll have this for dinner tomorrow. So all I need to do is cook some quinoa, a little instant brown rice, and some vegetables, and then we'll serve this shredded beef curry with those vegetables, quinoa and some brown rice. And now that the beef, the shredded beef, is down in the curry sauce, so it can soak up all that delicious juice and refresh and marinate at the same time, I'll throw the leftover potatoes on top. And so now the shredded beef curry is ready, and it'll just soak in the fridge, and it'll be ready for dinner tomorrow. So there's another quick cooking tip with the Thrive Life shredded beef. Another fun, quick, easy way to use the shredded beef is with some ramen noodles, a little bit of beef gravy, chef's choice, and your favorite veggies. Just grab your favorite veggies and throw them in. Get some water boiling. Give your ramen noodles a smash. This packet I will toss because it's mostly salt, and I'm low salt, so I'll take this and make some single serve magic jar meals. Just put some ramen noodles in there. A little bit of the shredded beef. Some green onions, chili peppers, onions. So I got green onions, chili peppers, and regular onions, and green peas. So that is a shredded beef, single serve magic, Thrive Life single serve magic shredded beef ramen meal. So here we have a shredded beef ramen single serve magic meal. So that's for later, but for now I've got some water boiling over here, so I'll throw a little bit of ramen noodles in there, just a little. These I'm going to crush up. I'm going to save these for later. I'll make a bunch more jar meals to go. Put some shredded beef in there. A little bit of peas. Some onions. Chili peppers. A bit of the beef gravy. I'll stir that up. That ramen, shredded beef ramen meal will be ready in no time. Learned this technique from my daughters in college. She absolutely loves the shredded beef. And for this single serve magic shredded beef ramen dish, I'm going to put a little bit of chef's choice in there, and then a little bit of the beef gravy powder. And if you didn't have the beef gravy and you like the ramen packet, you could dump that ramen packet in there. But there we go. Here's the shredded beef ramen soup, all cooked up and ready to go. I'm going to serve that up in this mug. If you don't have a favorite charity yet, you might want to go to theyshallwalk.org and make a donation there to support the gift of walking. They've developed robotic suits for paralyzed people so they can learn to walk. They can get up out of their chair, walk, and eventually run. We hope to see life suits where paralyzed people will actually be able to run in the Boston Marathon. That's one of my dreams, that they'll actually be able to use it in the Boston Marathon and get disqualified. And I'm just so excited about that. There's that ramen soup, and here it is in a jar, ready for future use. Monty Reed with Thrive Life, and here's a little bit of the basics of cooking with freeze-dried shredded beef. Keep thriving, my friends.
It's